Namaskaram to everyone. So this is the biggest question every capital deployer or anyone who wants to deploy the capital into the silver you'll have. When should you deploy the capital into silver? The important question you should ask is what are the data points you have if you have to invest in silver or gold, what are the data points you have? So this is the question most often I get. So I thought like I have written this in LinkedIn. If you want you can search that why should we deploy capital in silver, and LinkedIn you'll get it. But the point what I'm trying to say is they are not you should not invest this silver and gold based on the trends, based on the hype. It's a kind of a generational asset deployment, generational capital allocation. This is one of the things. If you looked at my channel, there are few on Astro, but I did almost like I paid a couple of lakhs for Astro Finance and all those things. So one of the points here is 50,000 years back, even in Shiva Purana, the gold and silver are discussed, and 50,000 years after we die also this will be discussed. So important thing is you should not buy at the tops and you should not sell at the bottoms. How you can buy at the bottom is the most important thing. If you look at the whole century, in the last 10 centuries, for every 1 gram of the gold, 11th century, there is around 10 to 15 grams of the silver you used to get. In 2020, the peak, this is the peak, for every 1 gram you used to get 125. The day which I am doing the video now, today, it's around 55 grams per silver. So it is like kind of a neutral in between. I don't say the extreme 125 every time COVID kind of situations may not arise, but at least somewhere around 90, 80 to 90 is a good time to enter into the silver. In sense, 1 is to 80. For every 1 gram of gold, if you are getting 80 grams or 90 grams, if you're lucky, if you get 100 grams of silver, just go and buy it. In a matter of in the time averages, you will get your best price. This is why gold silver ratio most matters. Technically, price triggers the emotions, and ratios reveal the regimes. So what I did was here, I think I did this for the last 100 years. How is it? For the last 1,000 years, how is it? So let me refresh the screen once. Let this be coming once. If it is coming, we'll go there and see. Yes, it's come. So if you see here, the important thing is for the last 1,000 years, in 11th century, for every 1 gram of gold, you got 15 grams of silver. In 12th century, you got for 1 gram, you got 10 grams of silver. 14th 1 gram, 14 grams. 15th 1 gram. So it was like this. It continued. But now in the 21st century, after I know at that point of time silver coins were there, and silver so much of dependence in sense from the coins. Now the similar pattern, I am not sure we will trade in silver or not, but people start using silver a lot in industrial usage. It could be solar, it could be electric cars, so many places, chips. Now when the silver usage coming in, people people, rather than depending on the currencies, because it has inflation risk, people started believing metals or commodities, and silver and gold being the real commodities, or gold being the real thing which were there. When I say real, they were there for last 50,000 years, and they will continue. And if doesn't, also you can make you can use as an ornaments. So let's go to the next slide out here. So medieval age, around 11 grams of silver you got. 18th to 19th century, you got for every 1 gram you got around 15 to 16. 20th century, for every 1 gram. So this is the peak. If you see, this is the highest it happened. We are someone who knows these ratios. Even I do not know the ratios. I was doing the research and analysis now. So the research time, when I looked into this, I came to know this part, and I felt okay, next time, anytime 1 is to 100 comes, bang, I'll go and buy the silver. I already have something, but now if you see these are the ratios of 100 years of the ratio 1930s to 2026. Every time there is a 1 is to 90, then is there a fall? Technically, if there is a fall, the price is rising. See, every time if you see the price was rising humongously till here, and then you see again a fall again from here. If you see here, I'll show in the next thing how the prices are moving heavily. So if so this is like if you're buying, very important thing is current ratio. One is to, if current ratio for gold to silver, for every 1 gram of gold you are getting 80 grams of 85, I would say. To be very stringent, to have a very good moat, I would say 90 plus, I'll go and buy the silver. So 1 is to, I said 1 is to 50 to 70 neutral, but I would say no buy zone. And 1 is to 40, again, like this is a zone, we have to kind of a buy silver, because this will enable you to, silver is becoming expensive, consider swapping silver gold. So you should also look at when to buy the gold. Compounding performance, important thing you have to see is, this was once I felt very nice. From Jan 1st you would have hold something in gold and the silver was 17. The compounded annual growth rate is around 24% for silver and 19. Not that it will happen every time, but it has happened. If you see why it has happened, because this one. So don't miss this point. Maybe it was 100 then. Maybe you can clearly see here how it is 17 tens, or maybe not 100 but 90 odd. Yeah, 90 odd. But it still made that money. Now I'm saying, let's compare here from Jan 2020 to December 2025, where the compounded annual growth for the best of the best S&P index is only 15% and Nasdaq gave you 21%. Silver has beaten everything in the last 5 years. Doesn't mean it will beat in the next 5 years. What I'm saying is, anytime if you see 100 plus 1 is to 100, looking at the numbers, it will beat all indices in 5 years if you are ready to hold. Compounded 24% is not a small number. And here you can see the last 50 years. This is the devil's advocate point of view. It was around $4. Now it is around, maybe February 2026 is around 75, 80 or $90. So you might be seeing 6 to 7%, but Nasdaq is around 7%, S&P 12, so gold 7%, Nifty has given 11%. The important thing is, when you are entering into the market based on the ratios, if your entry is perfect, you will definitely make around 25% annualized returns in next 5 years. That is what happened. Even here, if you look at this part, it has more. So that's all in this video. I just want to make sure I don't want my subscribers to lose money. If you like this content, hit a like button. More than hit liking and subscribing. I want you to make money. I want to become rich. Use this content to become rich. I invested almost like 10 hours to get this kind of a content and top to write all those things out here. So all right, then have a good time and have a fantastic time. If you want something specific, you can mention that in the comment. Let's see if I can make something. Thank you. Bye all.